I'm going to come drop it off myself before it's worth the $1 million we're going to devote to the I Promise school. LeBron James and Drake have been friends for more than 18 years. During their famous careers, they used to openly support one another and portray themselves as family. But now, their relationship has devolved into open animosity with the brotherhood. They are now in ruins where they previously stood. I've been riding since I made headlines, but I saw my bro. At the pop-out with them, he's mad, I see. Drake once went so far as to get a tattoo of LeBron's picture on his bicep as a sign of their relationship, but he has since covered it up after the controversy. Beyond that, Drake has changed the lyrics of his live performances to specifically target the four-time NBA champion, which has fueled rumors of a falling out between them. And James. Applause, my brother is the man who escorted me to the stage this evening. LeBron James is his given name. Many of the topics we discuss, Drake and I have been friends since 2007. Thus, we have become closer and closer each year. And you know, I'm proud of him now. In addition to his role as an artist, he is also a parent and a son to his father, one of the largest stars currently occupying our planet. It's only due to his character, diligence, and commitment to his art. Drake's annoyance and the tension between them are evident, but what really transpired between them and who is to blame for their relationship's demise? Some, however, point to Savannah James, who is prominently shown in a PG Lang shirt. Attending the So Far Gone party in Toronto was, in my opinion, one of the most important turning points in my career. That well-known union of entertainment and athletics was quite large for us. It's been one of the greatest influences in my life ever since. I don't want to sound too emotional, but you've clearly just been our brother in friendship. The reality might be much more nuanced. Drake's unconventional obsession with the NBA and its biggest stars has long been linked to his career outside of music. Despite publicly declaring his allegiance to his native Toronto Raptors, Drake has been observed switching teams. Drake, who usually befriends the players and teams that are winning at the time. However, none of those relationships seem to be as strong or long-lasting as his bond with LeBron James. According to LeBron, he has known Drake since 2007, and the two have been pals for almost 20 years. Curiously, this chronology also coincides with LeBron's well-known team-switching behavior. I'm glad to be a part of another momentous night for you, LeBron. 30,000 career points. It's amazing. You seem to be smashing records and setting new milestones every time we glance up. You are among the most inspirational persons in my life. As I constantly say, it is a privilege to have you as a brother. Whenever you do something similar, I always make an effort to enter the studio in sack, like writing a song that would fit the occasion. I'm therefore eager to start work today. From the Miami Heat to the Cleveland Cavaliers, back to Cleveland, and finally to the Los Angeles Lakers. The question applause from high school is brought up by this history. Claps applause. Was LeBron the one who betrayed Drake? Did he have good cause, if any? Prior to the now viral video of LeBron publicly rapping Kendrick Lamar's Not Like Us? Yes? I told you what? To him, what did you say? He claimed that I would never be able to disappoint you. I gave you the best response because I said, listen, as a hip-hop historian who loves hip-hop, I would love for you to respond. By the way, I did, just so you know. Additionally, there was an 18-year friendship that seemed unbreakable prior to his more recent support for Drake's opponents. LeBron's attendance at Drake's release party in 2009 was one of the pivotal milestones in that relationship. Drake characterized it as a significant turning point in his career. Playing roulette on stake last night was an amazing experience for me. My greatest hit to date was that. Can roll the Cliff song, go, it's there. God, oh God, oh God, oh God. I was very excited, as you can tell. When I'm blessed in that way, I always think it's wonderful karma that must be exchanged. I therefore play for enjoyment, and with the intention of always spreading love. I'm having supper with my brother tonight. He is the largest athlete on the planet. LeBron James is his name. Tonight we're having a Lobos dinner. The two were frequently seen celebrating at clubs, having courtside chats, and encouraging one another's careers in the years that followed. Drake tried to join in the locker room celebration in 2013. when Ray Allen's famous corner three-pointer helped LeBron's Miami Heat win a second championship. But when video of Drake being turned away from the locker room surfaced, the celebration took an unexpected turn. The incident went viral and became a notorious moment in their public history. It was said that Drake frequently texted LeBron with inspirational messages during his Miami Heat days. What an NBA history-making night. The all-time scoring record is being broken by you, and I had to return to Akron, Ohio, where it all began, in order to honor that. Every journey starts somewhere, and I lied tonight. Music. I told you a falsehood. Well, I'm still at the Miami club, but I'm sure all the girls are congratulating me. Congratulations, girls. Correct. Well done. Well done, my brother. Apologies. Apologies. Prior to major games, such as one LeBron's worn. Response at the time ahead of a playoff game against the Chicago Bulls read, "Tonight is your night." What we have is real family. It's not just because we are successful at what we do. We really care about one another on a day-to-day basis. For years, this seemed genuine. Y'all ready? Let's go. Last day ever, first day greatest like a spray. Boy, I ain't entering. The two were seen together at high-profile parties, small family-style get-togethers, and even youth sports events. A little tight basketball hoop, while LeBron was still in diapers, making him 2 years old. From that point on, he had to have it at the highest height and was dunking on it, including when Drake went to one of LeBron's kid Bronny's basketball games, off local. Thanks to all the haters on a first day. When Bronny was still in high school, Drake and LeBron casually showed up courtside, with a double cup in hand during games. Given how close they once seemed, it's difficult to not wonder how their relationship ended so quickly before their public fallout. In 2017, their relationship took a big step beyond friendship when they worked together on their first business venture, The Carter Effect. A documentary on Vince Carter's enduring impact on Canadian basketball after his historic tenure with the Toronto Raptors. It's co-produced by LeBron James and Drake, signifying a close professional and personal partnership. However, by 2018, LeBron James was still playing for the Cleveland Cavaliers. When he made that iconic shot to surpass the 30,000 career points milestone. But the 2018 NBA offseason would bring about another significant occasion in his career that would set the foundation for changing dynamics between the two. Drake hosted an incredible show in LA where he introduced Travis Scott and LeBron James for the first time in LeBron's new city. Music brought one of the most significant free agent moves in sports history. LeBron's decision to sign with the Los Angeles Lakers before ever setting foot in the Staple Center wearing purple and gold. I got the chance to listen to some music over the past few days, and obviously my good friend Kendrick blessed me with that album that just came out. A shaky fan-recorded clip of the moment went viral. It's garnering over 30 million views. Later that year, LeBron reciprocated by inviting Drake to appear on The Shop, his HBO series with Maverick Carter. Drake's revelation of his then-current feud was a noteworthy point in the episode. They're good.
They're good.
They're good. I'm going to handle this. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. According to Pusha T, he had turned to LeBron for guidance during the tense circumstance. At the time, LeBron, who referred to himself as a hip-hop historian, said that Drake would never fail him. Music, it's my brother, LeBron J, and I don't know if you've heard it, but that same person turned up at a release party for a mixtape called So Far Gone in 2009. When no one believed in anything I was doing beyond their personal relationship, the two continued to develop business endeavors, and in 2019, they joined. Together to help grow Uninterrupted, the multi-platform media brand launched by LeBron and Maverick Carter. However, as recent events have demonstrated, its sentiment would not last for long. In 2022, Drake made headlines for giving $1 million in Bitcoin to the LeBron James family, and they were listed as co-executive producers of a documentary about Black hockey players in Canada and co-investors in the purchase of a stake in the storied Italian soccer team AC Milan. Foundation during a night of celebrating a significant roulette win. This action appeared to solidify their friendship, but it was short-lived as rifts soon emerged. As one of the greatest basketball players in history, or as Drake once referred to him, the biggest athlete in the world, LeBron Drake was there to publicly congratulate James. when he broke the NBA's all-time scoring record in 2023 with a smooth, fadeaway jumper, marking yet another historic milestone in their relationship, which had been immortalized in music beyond a few lyrical nods to LeBron, including a reference on Nonstop that Drake later. The song Forever, which featured Kanye West, Lil Wayne, and Eminem, is part of the soundtrack to the 2009 documentary More Than a Game, which followed LeBron's journey from high school prodigy in Akron, Ohio, to NBA superstardom, acknowledged that he regretted it. This was one of the most famous collaborations between their worlds. Upon becoming permanent ink, Drake's admiration grew even more, and he received a tattoo of LeBron, wearing his high school jersey from St. Vincent Street. Mary, whose mascot, the Irish, would later carry symbolic weight. For many, the tattoo represented the rapper's unwavering loyalty and abiding respect for the eventually. However, that sign became very different. To the surprise of many, Drake had the LeBron tattoo removed and replaced it with a tribute to another NBA great, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander of the Oklahoma City Thunder. For others, this was the first real spark of speculation came on April 1, 2024, when an unexpected moment grabbed attention and made it obvious that something significant had changed between Drake and LeBron, leaving fans wondering how their nearly two-decade-long bond could collapse so suddenly. This was the clearest visual sign yet that the loyalty once shared between Drake and LeBron had been broken beyond repair. Headlines a week prior. Cameras captured LeBron chanting the verse word for word during warm-ups before a Nets game, obviously, knowing every word. Kendrick Lamar had surprised the hip-hop community with his now infamous Like That verse, a song that was largely perceived as a direct jab at Drake. The response was swift. Fans, how could someone so closely linked to Drake perform a song disparaging him in public? Top comments on social media highlighted the seeming contradiction, and then there was an even more bizarre turn of events. 9 days later, LeBron added an owl emoji to his tweet, referencing Drake's OIO brand, and said, "Congrats, Drizzy, on an incredible tour." 3 days later, he redoubled his efforts, seemingly praising Drake once more with a tweet that contained only an owl and 7 fire emojis. The conflicting messages caused a great deal of confusion. The contradictions only added to the mystery, particularly during what many were referring to as hip-hop's Civil War of 2024. On the one hand, LeBron was publicly congratulating Drake, while on the other, he was seen celebrating a diss that was directed at him. King Kendrick. LeBron once wrote in an older caption, a statement that now carries far more weight given recent events. The optics of this moment made it feel like LeBron was straddling a dangerous line between two musical heavyweights whose feud was rapidly escalating. Kendrick Lamar was even credited with inspiring the release of Kendrick's untitled unmastered project in 2016. LeBron's friendship with Kendrick Lamar dates back more than 10 years. To their first meeting in 2012, although they have always respected each other, it was never quite the family dynamic. Some have conjectured that LeBron's West Coast connections, especially as a member of the Los Angeles Lakers, may have influenced his recent actions and public alignments. Drake, on the other hand, had openly suggested that he and LeBron had a closer bond, citing instances such as August 2023, when the rapper walked out on stage with LeBron and Bronny. Recalling the time LeBron had claimed to have a connection with Drake, this was just 1 month after Bronny James' terrifying cardiac arrest incident at Drake's sold-out Le Show. The fact that LeBron went to his 2009 release party and once more called him his brother made his recent actions even more surprising. Few people saw LeBron turn away from Drake, and even fewer expected him to be mentioned in one of Kendrick Lamar's scathing diss tracks. When Kendrick's 6-minute Meet the Grams dropped last in May, it featured a pointed bar that read, "Hey LeBron, keep the family away." It then made reference to Steph Curry, who, as we'll see, has remained faithful to Drake despite LeBron's behavior. Days after the feud erupted in full force, another video emerged, showing LeBron singing and dancing in a club to Kendrick's song Not Like Us. The website left many wondering if this was a broken friendship or a public announcement that LeBron had officially taken sides. Hey, I know that ain't who I think it is. Read the now viral caption from DJ Academics, which perfectly encapsulated the collective shock when video of LeBron James at Kendrick Lamar's pop-out show surfaced online. And although some hopefuls continued to hold on to the notion that LeBron was just enjoying the nation's top song, the summer of 2024 left little room for doubt. Kendrick's pop-out event, which took place in Englewood last June, was intended as a cultural moment and for many, a public victory lap in his ongoing feud with Drake. Given LeBron James's history of hilariously fumbling lyrics during previous public appearances, it was particularly noteworthy that he was not only present, but also rapping every word with precision, passionately delivering lines aimed directly at Drake and the OVO camp. Obviously, this was neither LeBron's nor Kendrick Lamar's first performance. Years prior, he had been seen enthusiastically dancing up and down the stairs at Kendrick's Big Steppers tour long before any tension arose. Nevertheless, sitting close to the stage at what was widely perceived as a backlash was fast. Drake swiftly unfollowed LeBron on Instagram after seeing pictures and videos of him at the pop-out. And he also unfollowed DeMar DeRozan, another NBA player caught in the crossfire. The celebration of victory over Drake's alleged defeat was a bold and unmistakable statement. DeRozan, who became close to Drake while he was with the Toronto Raptors, is from Compton, which is also where Kendrick Lamar is from. Because of this connection, DeRozan received a cameo and a lyrical nod in the Not Like Us video, which featured Kendrick rapping, "I'm glad Dazis came home." This only served to reinforce the idea that loyalties had been shifted and lines had been drawn, changed forever. Y'all didn't deserve him neither. Kendrick WPPD. Referring specifically to DeMar DeRozan, who is currently playing for the Sacramento Kings in his native California, but who made his loyalty clear in contrast to LeBron, who merely sat in the audience during Kendrick's pop-out performance. That one moment was all it took for Drake to draw his own line in the sand. Immediately unfollowed DeRozan on social media and then went one step further. He leaped straight into center stage, making sure that every camera in the building captured him, celebrating with Kendrick. The tension increased when the Kings played the Raptors for the first time that season. And Drake's dramatic on-court alteration of a DeRozan Raptors jersey during a recent performance served as a visual cue that the former Toronto icon had now joined the opposing side of the feud. The fallout between Drake and DeRozan is mild compared to the breakdown of Drake's long-standing relationship with LeBron James, which was once a public brotherhood and that saw the two men openly suggest that Toronto would have no reason to retire DeRozan's jersey if he had any influence over the situation. The transition from celebration to open rivalry between two men who once supported each other's accomplishments is possibly the most obvious indication yet that this feud has progressed far. In 2020, the James family joyfully participated in Drake's viral Twoozy Slide Dance Challenge during the pandemic. But by 2025, LeBron and his family were using the song Not Like Us at events. He's obviously frustrated, but he hasn't named LeBron. Yet, as previously mentioned, LeBron was in fact at Kendrick's pop-out event and has been a fan since Drake's 2011 hit Headlines. This goes beyond music, basketball, or friendly competition into personal territory that neither side seems ready to forgive. However, LeBron responded to all of this by continuing to rap along to Not Like Us alongside his wife Savannah and Amazon CEO Jeff Bezos, as he has done for the past year, most recently in France. LeBron's enthusiasm was so intense that one fan joked that it was as if the song had just been released. But it not only was LeBron entangled in this feud, but his son. Bronny also gained attention when he was asked to pick between Drake and Kendrick during a winter session. Without hesitation, Bronny responded Drake. Online jokes about LeBron trading his son over the response were sparked by this. Lasted until streamer Emden Ross publicly responded to video of LeBron and Savannah rapping along to Not Like Us. After Adden's disparaging remarks about his father, Bronny unfollowed Ross on social media, ending their cordial online relationship. Then, in a mysterious moment, King James liked a post, saying, "The future." One element, however, stood out above the rest: LeBron's new Instagram profile picture, which has his younger son Bryce wearing an OVO hoodie. Emma always chooses to be authentic over everything. That tiny decision sent a wave of speculation by fans, who are already keeping a close eye on the situation, has turned the Drake-LeBron brotherhood into a full-fledged Cold War. And while each fan will choose their own side, one thing is certain. Their friendship, which was once characterized by mutual support and public loyalty, is forever over. Thank you for viewing. Remember to like this video, become a channel subscriber, and to ensure you never miss it.